Vigets, yo, what's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Manchester City versus Manchester United. Oh man, Community Shield. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, Manchester United should have won this game. That's it. Manchester United should have won this game. The numerous opportunities that Manchester United had to be able to win this game. Need I remind you that this was not Manchester City's final form? They were playing with reserves. Yes, Manchester United were also playing with some reserves. A lot of people were coming back from the Euros, from the Copa America, like Garnacho. But Manchester City had O'Reilly, had Enrico Lewis that aren't really starters. Oscar Bob, that's not really a starter, although he seems like he's going to be a starter. He's pretty much had a really good preseason, but with Guardiola at the helm, you never know. You never know what you're gonna get. They could pull out, for all we know, they could pull up a Chelsea, with a Nunes signing, and I don't think anybody was aware of that. So they could end up getting somebody else, and Oscar Bob is out of luck. No minutes to play. No minutes to play for Oscar Bob. But I do think he's gonna be playing. It seems that way, at least. Look, there was so many opportunities from both teams. At the beginning, it was pretty much Manchester City just dominating this game for 20 minutes or something until Amad Diallo ended up getting that chance that wasn't really in danger of being anything. Ederson pretty much just looked at it go outside. It wasn't gonna do anything. And after that, it was just the plays, the link up with Manchester United, the really good exchange with Casemiro and Ahmad, and maybe could have taken it himself, or if he was going to make that pass inside, it should have been a little bit more dragged back for Mason Mount, because Mason Mount didn't even expect that. And I don't blame Mason Mount, especially not really doing all that much in this game. Maybe that could be solved with him playing a lot more, but I mean, given this performance, would you think he should be playing? He should be starting the first match against Fulham? I doubt that. No, I don't think he should. But that's the only way I could see that being solved with Mason Mount, because again, nothing from Mason Mount, or very little. Let's go with that. But that play that was crucial. I mean, that should have been the 1-0 right there. Not to say Manchester City didn't have their, especially in those first 20 minutes, they did have opportunities with Haaland, Oscar Bob. I thought Oscar Bob had a really good game. Created a chance for himself from the right side, cutting inside, and too bad shooting the ball up top. And Haaland too. There was an exchange right there that it was good for him to try to look for. I think it was Doku he was looking for, or even Oscar Bob, and maybe should have taken it himself. But they're so used to trying to get those little passes inside the box that that was just his instinct to do that instead of looking for the goal himself. And there wasn't much Haaland involved. That's what I keep saying. I don't think Haaland is in the right team. But as always, if you're putting him to play, I mean, he's going to score eventually. And once he gets a taste of that, once he gets a taste of scoring, you could expect him to score, bag 5 goals at least per game. He's just that kind of player. But again, I'm going to say that he should be going somewhere else at some point. Just like Julian Alvarez. Very smart, if you ask me, from Julian Alvarez. He's going to be getting a lot more playing time, and that's what he needs. Players like that do need to play a lot more and play with a lot more freedom, because I feel that he's limited. I think Haaland is very limited when he's playing at City. But there were chances from him. Doku, another one, I thought he had a really good game in the first half. Also created some opportunities. A real headache for Manchester United to try to stop. But then after the Diallo past Mason Mount, there was that beautiful exchange between, I don't know how many players of Manchester United, like 4 or 5 players, Bruno, Casemiro, Dallo, and somebody else, Mason Mount, I think even, and then Rashford. The first real big opportunity from Rashford, with all the time in the world. At least hit the target. That's all I'm asking. At least hit the target, because we know you have a wicked shot. You have a really sick shot. At least the target. And he ends up just kicking it out wide. That was the first opportunity that should have gone in. Should have at least hit the target, like I said. I don't know what's going on. I think it's up here. It's up here. There's no other excuse. There's something going on, and sadly, that's what they have. That's all they have. If he's not going to play up on top, then who the heck is going to play up on top? Garnacho and Ahmad? I'm sure people are reveling over that. Yeah, finally we're going to get these two players that are going to be able to understand each other. I don't think Garnacho, as good of a game as he had in this game, he's not meant to start. He is not meant to start. Last season pretty much just taught me that. It told me that he's not good at starting. He's great when you throw him in the second half, just like they did in this game, and everybody's tired, because it doesn't seem like he has that confidence when he comes in from the start, and he knows he's on even footing with everybody else. And since he doesn't have speed to compete against most of these EPL players, he doesn't do anything. He's not able to do much. He did not play a single game in the Copa America. Just pointing out how he did not have that great of a season last year, and why do you think he should be starting this season? Because he scored that goal, because they were tired already. When he came in, there was actually an opportunity with him, and I think it was Ruben Diaz or Gavardiol. And there was another guy marking the other guy that he ended up passing the ball to. That was one of the first balls that he had, and he ends up passing the ball. Fair play, selfless of him. But what he should have done there, because he had the whole open plane in front of him to be able to take it on, especially coming in fresh legs, 19, and he ends up passing the ball, and the play pretty much dies. So, there isn't that, like, if you're going to make the comparison with him and let's say Oscar Bob, you can just tell there's a difference there. With him and Lamine Yamal, there's a vast difference there, and they're pretty much around the same age. What's going on? So I don't believe Garnacho should be starting in the front, especially with Ahmad or something like that. No, you had that guy Xerxes, right? I've never seen him play, but he's a forward. It was a big signing for Man United, and he's not playing. I'm going to say because he was somewhat injured, so they're trying to obviously take care of him. But I don't see who else. Højlund, when he comes back, when is he going to come back? Was it 3 months or 3 weeks that I heard that he was going to be back for United? I'm telling you, the way United think, I don't know what's going to happen. But you're going to have to do with that. You're going to have to settle with Garnacho, and I don't think it's going to work out. Maybe it might this first game, for a couple of weeks, but somewhere towards the middle of the first season, somewhere towards month 1 or 2, you're going to see he's just going to start slagging again, because he just doesn't have that level to play for United. And then the second half was just a lot better gameplay from both these teams, because the first half, again, it was kind of slow going. Yes, Man United had a lot of opportunities. Yes, Manchester City also had a good number of opportunities, especially the first 20 minutes. But that second half was United in terms of the chances, because Manchester City did get to United's final third, but it was Manchester United that had the opportunities. Beautiful. Again, I don't know, Casemiro is a weird player. Looks slow, sluggish. Sometimes the decision making is just god awful, but then he was right there when he needed to intercept the ball, right there when he needed to make a tackle, and those through balls and those deep balls, those overhead passes were phenomenal. And they had chances with Garnacho giving it right to Rashford, and I don't know how he ended up not scoring that. He ended up hitting it with his shin. That needed to be a goal. I don't know what else to say, but that's why I'm just not really saying anything. But you know it better than me. That should have been a goal. That needed to be a goal. And then of course Garnacho, with an amazing goal, really good from McTominay, also taking the marker in, making it possible for him to drive inside and taking the shot. And there was nothing Ederson could do at that point. So really good. And then Bernardo Silva, another one that comes in, and you might say they were evenly yoked with him and Pellistri, but Pellestri's not really a defender. He's a winger. There was not much he could do. I mean, he was trying to head it out. He was sticking his neck out. And Bernardo Silva, god damn, this guy is so good. He is so good. Out of nowhere, header, of all things, header. He ends up scoring a really great header and a really great play from Oscar Bob. That was yet another great performance and great play from Oscar Bob. He was just all over this field. He was kind of a little bit quiet during the first part of the second half, but when he needed to step up, he did step up. And then obviously they went to penalties, and that was actually a good display of penalties from both teams. They were all in top form. At least most of them were in top form when it came to taking those penalties. And yeah, there's nothing you could do. I mean, Johnny Evans comes and he ends up skying it. And that's it. Manchester United lost. So this to me is just another preseason friendly. It does say a lot because it's closer to home. You're playing for the Community Shield. It's part of the English League. So it kind of gives you an understanding of what's going to happen, what they're going to do. Obviously, the first games for both these teams are going to look completely different in terms of, maybe for United, it's going to look a little bit just like you saw them in this game. But for City, definitely it's going to be, I think it's going to be almost a different team, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.